Hey everyone, it's Michael and Kylene from FWDfuel Sports Nutrition. And we want to share a few tips to help you up your breakfast game. So, tip number one, I think everyone needs to know, how do you make a breakfast for people that don't love to get up and make breakfast? You don't have a lot of time, you're rushed, you have kids. How do you make that breakfast for those people?
I think a lot of people don't realize that the breakfast that you're making first thing that morning can usually be made the night before. Eggs, organic chicken sausage, smoothies, chia pudding, overnight oats. There's so many options that can be made the night before. It's just a matter of learning the process, finding out the flavors and the textures that you like, and getting it down to a science. And half of the stuff you can double, triple, quadruple for yourself, your family, your teammates, whoever's living with you. It just makes life so much easier. And then you're not so resentful in the morning when it comes to, getting yourself out of bed and making breakfast.
All right. Tip number two, how do you make a breakfast for people so they don't feel hungry just like 2 hours later? I know I used to make breakfast before I made you, and it was just 2 hours later, especially on days I work out, it would last me an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had a huge breakfast of oatmeal or whatever.
And what did I tell you were missing?
It was missing fat, protein, and fiber. So tell me, how do you make a breakfast that's going to keep you full all morning?
So ideally, protein will be the focal point of your breakfast. I don't care if it's plant or animal, but roughly 15 to 30 grams, right? So my petite cross-country runner, female cross-country runner might be closer to 15 grams, 20 grams, and let's say my lineman, for example, might be 30 to 35 grams of protein. But protein should be the focal point of every breakfast, always and forever. Part two, you need to have a tablespoon or two, depending on your size, of good quality plant-based fat. So that could be 1/4 of a frozen avocado sliced and put in your smoothie. It could be a scoop of peanut butter in your overnight oats. It could be chia seeds in your pancakes. The possibilities are endless, but don't skip protein, don't skip fat, and aim for at least, bare minimum, at least 3 grams of fiber in your breakfast. Ideally 5 to 7, but at least 3 grams.
All right, awesome. Now, another one that I know a lot of my friends are guilty of, I was guilty of, when you're making a breakfast smoothie, how do you make a smoothie so that it keeps you full for more than a few hours? I know, what do we all do? We go and we get, the wholesale club, fruit, we stuff it in a glass, we blend it up, and maybe
juice, little yogurt.
Maybe we put 1 scoop of protein or something. And you know what? That just spikes your blood sugar, and then you're hungry a couple hours later. So how do you make a breakfast smoothie that's going to fill you up?
Right, so that's not helping anybody. Again, make sure that the smoothie contains 15 to 30 grams of protein. It could be plant-based powder, it could be grass-fed whey. A lot of my vegans and vegetarians actually will take organic, non-GMO tofu, soft tofu, and they'll blend it in the shake. I don't care, that's fine. Again, 1 to 2 tablespoons of good quality fat. So there's peanut butter going into the shake. I don't know, coconut oil, frozen avocados, chia seeds, flax seeds. But again, this goes into the shake. And also, I would prefer that you add a handful or 2, or 3 or 4 of greens, such as spinach or kale, and then just make sure that the base of the smoothie isn't juice. I'd rather be water or almond milk, or if you tolerate dairy, organic grass-fed milk as the base. So if you have the protein, the fat, again, the fiber, and a little bit of fruit as the sidekick, with a nutritious liquid, that makes a meal for a smoothie in the morning.
Yeah. Adding the fat and adding some of the greens, adding some kale, some spinach, that was a game changer for me. Another game changer for me is avocados, and I think my little tip is, you can cut up that avocado, you can put half an avocado in your smoothie, leave the side that has a seed in it, and put that in the fridge. Then it's not all gunky and brown the next day. You usually pop that out, throw that in your smoothie the next morning, it's already cut up and ready to go.
Side note, let's say you want to put guacamole on your eggs in the morning. If you just have the mashed guac in a bowl, you can actually take the pit of the avocado and stuff it right back in the middle of that guac, and it will keep it much more fresh.
That's an amazing tip. All right, number 4, what is your favorite breakfast, tastiest breakfast, especially a simple breakfast for people that don't love breakfast, and that incorporates all these ideas on how to keep you full and keep it simple? What do we have?
I'm glad you asked, because people are still coming to me consuming skim milk and cereal for breakfast, and I promise you it's not the answer. I know people do it because it tastes good and it's quick, but let me give you a better option. Organic overnight oats. So we are literally taking oats, dumping it in a bowl with whatever liquid of your choice, chia seeds, nut butter, maybe a little bit of fruit, and protein powder. The recipe's on our website, so we have details there. But you just dump everything in a bowl, you wake up the next day, maybe give it a little stir or 2, and then boom, done. You eat it cold. It's even more quick than cereal, and it's so much more nutrient dense and balanced, really.
I love the overnight oats. It's simple. I can change it up. I can use almond butter one time, use cashew butter another. I can really change it up. I love to throw some cinnamon in there. It's simple. if you know me, you know that I'm not going to spend a half hour or an hour in the kitchen to make something.
But I'll spend 3 hours.
Yeah, she will. So if you want to learn more about this, we have our tasty, basic overnight oats recipe. There's a steel cut oats recipe on there too. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe. We'd love to share more with you.